Money isn't everything, but that doesn't stop many of us from daydreaming about winning the lottery. Did you know the odds of winning a Mega Millions jackpot are about 1 in 176 million? The odds of winning a Powerball grand prize are 1 in 292 million. The odds of winning $1 million from Powerball are 1 in 11 million. So in this video, we're going to see the top 10 biggest lottery winners of all time. The first story is about a young lady working at McDonald's who had no idea about the lottery, but managed to win $188 million with a $15 ticket. Number 10. February 2015, $188 million. Marie Holmes from North Carolina was 26 years old when she won the lottery in February 2015. By opting for a lump sum payout, Holmes took home $88 million, which would go toward a house, tuition for her children, and money for her church and traveling. But her happy moments began to turn sad as she had spent her $6 million on her fiancé's bail after he was accused of selling substances. But their relationship crumbled. He filed a federal lawsuit against his fiancée, stating that $1.4 million worth of goods were gifts from her to him. But in the end, the case was dismissed, and he received 7 years of prison. Who knew that a $2 ticket can give the best Christmas to a whole family? Number 9. Jingle Jackpot. Mark and Cindy Hill, who won $587.5 million in the Powerball jackpot in November 2012. 51-year-old Cindy Hall was a former manager who was laid off in 2010, and her husband, 52-year-old Mark Hill, was a mechanic who had quit his job. They have 3 grown sons and a 6-year-old daughter adopted from China. They bought 5 tickets for $2 per ticket, and to their surprise won the jackpot and decided to take a lump sum of $193 million instead of a larger amount for 30 years. The next story will inspire you to buy lottery tickets when an 80-year-old retired school principal turned into a millionaire overnight. Number 8. Mega Millions. Harold Diamond, 80, of Wurtsboro, is the sole winner of the $326 million Mega Millions jackpot in November 2014. Diamond noticed a sign for the Mega Millions drawing and decided to spend $10 on 10 sets of quick pick numbers. He put the tickets in his wallet and forgot about that, but to his surprise, won the lottery of $132 million. Now he's the richest person in his community, with 2 grown children and 2 grandchildren, and planning to celebrate their 55th anniversary in Hawaii. The next case may confuse you, but a couple had won $650 million, but due to their controversial choice, $157.2 million were taken back from them. Number 1. Controversial Jackpot. Merle and Patricia Butler of Red Bud, Illinois, won a portion of a Mega Million jackpot in April 2012. Their winning share of the ticket, split between 2 other winners in Maryland and Kansas, was also the largest prize in Illinois lottery history at the time at $218.7 million. However, their decision to take the lump sum distribution instead of annuity payments over several years has remained controversial to lottery lawyers and experts, because collecting the lump sum is a poor decision that 90% of all lottery winners take. The next story is about the second largest winner of the Powerball lottery in 2013, who sued her son for misusing her money. Number 6. Powerball Mackenzie. Gloria Mackenzie became embroiled in a vicious legal row with her child a decade ago, which has now come to a dark ending. The woman was living in a squalid duplex in Zephyr Hills, Florida, when she scooped the eye-watering sum in May 2013. It seemed the stars had aligned for her when she purchased the lucky Powerball ticket after a kind stranger let her cut in line. The then 84-year-old split her whopping windfall with her son, Scott Mackenzie, 60, who claimed he'd given her half the money to take the gamble. Mackenzie has taken a lump sum of $278 million after all the taxes on $590 million. But sadly, she passed away on February 2021. But she had created the Gloria C. Mackenzie Foundation to help people in her hometown of Maine. The next story is about a health worker who's the only one to win the lottery from a single ticket. Number 5. The single lottery. Mavis Wanchik is 53 years old and has a daughter and a son. She's worked in patient care at Mercy Medical Center for the past 32 years. She seems pretty overwhelmed by her winnings and doesn't seem to have huge plans yet on what to do with them. She also said the way she was going to celebrate the winning night was by staying in bed. She chose the lump sum instead of the monthly payments. She'll receive $480 million or $336 million after taxes. With her win, Wanchik is now in the top 0.01% in the United States and is worth more than several small countries. The next story is about a professional who won the prize, not once or twice, but 7 times. Number 4. Richard Lustig. Richard Lustig was an American man who came to prominence for winning relatively large prizes in 7 state-sponsored lottery games from 1993 to 2010. His prizes totaled over $1 million. 2 of those wins were holidays rather than cash prizes, valued at $8,560 total. His book, Learn How to Increase Your Chances of Winning the Lottery, was ranked number 3 on Amazon's self-help book list in 2013. In an interview with ABC News, Lustig explained that his method is to reinvest all of his winnings back into the lottery. He also recommends using hand-picked sequential numbers and using the same numbers repeatedly. So far, we've only seen million-dollar jackpots. But did you know Powerball made a billion-dollar jackpot in January 2016? Number 3. John and Lisa Robinson. The jackpot started November 4, 2015 at $40 million, and it had rolled over almost 30 times to January 13, 2016. The couple was the first of the 3 winners in the historic $1.6 billion drawing to publicly identify themselves. After their brief appearance in New York, the couple flew back to Tennessee, where they met with lottery officials in Nashville to verify their ticket. The momentous occasion was a family affair for the Robinsons, who brought along their daughter Tiffany and even their dog. They said the first thing they planned to do was pay off the mortgage on their modest $150,000 home and their daughter's student loans. The Robinsons previously expressed interest in donating to their church and to causes close to their heart, like the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. They also plan to keep working and will be at their respective offices on Monday, as always. The next story is about a couple who won $500,000 and yet decided to live a simple life. Number 2. David Kaltschmidt and Maureen Smith. These people are the best example that money doesn't always have to change people. The couple, who live in Melbourne Beach, Florida, had purchased a lottery ticket from their local public store, a ritual that they had kept up for 3 decades, and won $528.8 million in U.S. Powerball in January 2016. However, it's worth noting that the sum was only valid if they picked 30 yearly installments. If they wanted a lump sum payment, the lottery used a formula to even out the value to $327.8 million. That's still a whopping sum, and even after they paid the federal tax, Maureen and David took home $245.5 million. It's a generous amount that many can dream of, and these two had that dream turned into reality. The couple had treated themselves with a $90,000 Tesla and upgraded their SUV car. The last lottery case is the biggest lottery in history, which changed an architect to a multimillionaire overnight. Number 1. Edwin Castro. Edwin Castro was raised in Los Angeles and studied at Crescents Valley High School in La Crescenta, California. He then went to Woodbury University, where he studied architecture. He was also a football and baseball player during his high school days. He received around $997.6 million as a one-time lump sum payment. Although the house was listed for $29.95 million, it seems like Castro bought it for a lesser amount. Recently, he's passed a statement that the California public school system is the real winner. However, there's no information regarding him as he leads a private life. As this video comes to an end, how do you feel about these lottery winners? What do you think about their money management? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. See you in the next video.